Hello, my name is Hamid. Welcome to the second video about IELTS reading. In the previous video, we talked about IELTS reading, the important technique, skimming. And in this video, we're going to talk about and explain more about scanning, which is the second technique that can help us to locate the answers, to find the answers within the text. What is scanning? Scanning means searching for keywords. This is the second technique that we apply in order to find the answers and the place of the answers within the passage. Look at this man. He's at the airport. In front of him, there are loads of city names, destinations, and also flight numbers. The question is this: does he need to read each and every one of them? Definitely no. He's got his flight destination, his flight number, and the name of the city that he's traveling to. So he only needs to search for a particular piece of information. And this searching is called scanning. In scanning, we only look for a particular piece of information. I mean, the keyword or one piece of information that we have already had in mind. In IELTS reading, like the experience of that man at the airport, we also need some keywords, some particular pieces of information, the information that we have already chosen before the start of the reading. And those pieces of information are the keywords. Keywords are needed to do scanning. Now, the question is this: what words can be chosen as keywords? The best keywords can be names, numbers, dates, and place names. I think these types of keywords have the highest priority because they cannot be easily paraphrased. For example, the names of the people or the numbers, dates, or place names. The writer and the test designer cannot easily paraphrase them and change them. So these are the best keywords if we can have them. After these, we can have verbs because each English sentence or each English clause need a verb which shows the action that is happening in that sentence. So verbs are also having the second priority for us. And nouns can be the subjects or the object of the sentences. Then later we can have adjectives and adverbs. But sometimes these parts of a speech like verbs, nouns, adjective, and adverbs can be paraphrased and the part of a speech can be changed. For example, a verb might be changed into a noun or a noun can be changed into verbs. Adjectives also can be changed into paraphrases. Now, the question is this: how to use these techniques? I mean, skimming and also scanning. Let's have a look at the techniques and the strategies that we talked about. First, we have to skim the text to see what the text is about. And we talked about the skimming in the previous video. It's reading the text generally to find out what the text is about. Mostly the beginning of the paragraphs and the end of the paragraphs can be the best places for skimming. Then after that, we can read the questions and choose the keywords. We immediately after skimming can go to the questions. The purpose that we have for going to the questions is to find and underline the keywords that we want to scan the passage for them. And then we can scan the text to find them. So first, skimming to see what the text is about, to become familiar with the passage and also with its content, and then we read the questions and choose our target keywords. Then we scan the text. It means that we search for those keywords within the passage. So look at this part. In this part, we have got a passage and two statements. You can pause this video and choose any keyword that you'd like and scan the passage to find them out. That could be a great practice that you can do it now. I think you can give yourself 2 or 3 minutes to choose any of these keywords like farmer, do not like, using chemicals, or to kill pests in the first statement. But in order to save time, I have already chosen one keyword in each statement, and I would like to give you some time in order to scan the passage to find them out. Don't forget, because these two statements are driven from a true-false not given question, you might find exactly the synonym or the word itself, or maybe its opposite within the passage, because this is a true-false not given. So let's go, and I would like to show it to you which keywords I have chosen. For the first one, chemicals, using chemicals, which is the object of the sentence, has been chosen by me. And also the second one is fields. So please give yourself some time and pause the video and try to find these two keywords within the passage. Don't forget that these two are based on order. First you should find chemicals, then you should find fields. Okay, chemicals. Farmers do not like using chemicals to kill pests. Since the birth of agriculture, farmers have tried to avoid using pesticides. Here, pesticides are some types of chemicals that are used to kill pests. So here, chemicals to kill pests have been replaced with pesticides. And the next one, again, if you need time, you can pause the video anytime that you'd like and find these keywords within the passage. The next one is fields. The prickly pear had originally been used as a divider between paddocks. Divider is that barrier, and between has been exactly repeated, and paddocks is that fields. Let's go to the next ones. Again, you can pause the video and choose any of these keywords and give yourself some time to find them in the passage. Each and every one of these words either themselves should be repeated or the paraphrase or the synonyms of them. Sometimes the paraphrase can be happening in form of the synonyms or examples even. Okay, please pause the video and choose your own keywords. Okay, now we have two statements, and I have chosen for the first one, killed off, and for the second one, native species. So pause the video and find killed off and native species. Killed off. Killed off has been paraphrased into eradicated. The cactoblastis moth larva was introduced to help control the situation, and within 10 years the prickly pear was virtually eradicated. So the cactoblastis moth killed off nearly all prickly pear plants. So as you can see here, the prickly pear was eradicated as a passive voice sentence in the passage, which is changed into an active voice sentence in the statement. Sometimes the change from active into passive or vice versa is very normal in IELTS reading. And the next one, which is a little bit more difficult, is that it says the cane toad was a native species to Australia. So cane toad, to be a native species to Australia. The passage says that something in opposite. The cane beetle, they tried to eliminate the cane beetle by introducing the South American cane toad. So the passage says that this one, cane toad, is introduced to South America. It's not native species. So the information here is quite the opposite of what we have in the statement. The cane toad being a native species to that area, or it is being the introduced species from South America. Our keyword has been found here, but it says something in opposite. So if we want to choose true, false, not given here, it would be false because it says the opposite information. Now, let's have a look at these sentences, and we want to choose the keywords. For example, here we have a WH question. The WH question says that, what disease can the new medicine help? The keyword that we can choose here, because it's very important, based on the question word, the WH question, is what disease? Because the question is about the type of disease. When we have what or which plus noun, the answer to this is normally what we have to be searching for within the passage. For example, what disease, the name of that disease, is the answer that we have to be searching for. Or what film, the name of the film. Or what sport, the name of the sport. What or which plus noun is normally the main keyword when it is a WH question. And we have to be searching for the type of disease, film or sport, or the noun that has been added to what or which. One important point about keywords. Find more than one keyword, and that is more likely to find them in the text. We shouldn't limit ourselves to only one single keyword, because maybe sometimes we might not know the meaning of that word, which is paraphrased within the passage, or maybe our eyes would skip that one keyword. So more than one keyword can assure us that we are more likely to find the place of that within the passage. How our keywords might appear within the passage? Keywords can appear as synonyms, or maybe with a different part of a speech. So we shouldn't expect that one noun would appear or would be changed into a noun. Maybe they change the part of a speech, as I have mentioned that before. So it can be synonyms. There can be a change in part of a speech, so that is very possible. Or word can be changed into phrases. Phrases can be changed into clauses, or clauses into sentences. Any change like that might happen. Or maybe we have got examples. Example synonyms or example keywords are very common in IELTS. For example, the book or the type of book is mentioned, but for example, it's written novel. Novel is a type of book. For example, it's written film. Film is the keyword, but for example, it's written horror movie. Or it's written financial problem. Financial problem is changed into, for example, recession, inflation, or bankruptcy. As you can see here, it's written a financial problem. Financial problem is changed into bankruptcy or recession. These are two different examples of a financial problem. Or, for example, a weather problem, and then its examples like hurricane or typhoon are mentioned. Let's have a look at this exercise and activity. In this activity, we've got some words that are chosen as keywords, maybe from some statements, and one passage. I would like to ask you to pause this video and try to go over the text one by one and find each of these keywords that are changed into some synonyms or some paraphrases. Please pause the video. You can pause the video or give yourself as much as it is needed time in order to be doing this activity, but I think the standard time would be 3 minutes to be finding these words within the passage. The first one is advertising, which is changed into marketing. Capitalize on is changing to leverage, and involvement is engagement, customer engagement or customer involvement. Cyber security is changing to data security, and moral considerations is changing to ethical implications. So you can check the words that are underlined with their synonyms. Marketing strategies. It's changing to advertising approaches. Leverage is capitalized on. Customer engagement, customer involvement. Data security is cyber security. Ethical implications is moral considerations. So let's have a review over the things that we have discussed. First, we skim the text, read the questions because we need to read them to find the keywords, our target words that we want to search for them within the passage. And then we scan the text to find those keywords, their synonyms, or maybe the examples of them within the passage. While we do scanning, we should be expecting them to be changed completely. For example, a phrase into close. Close means a group of words. It's a partial sentence, which its meaning is not complete. Or a sentence might be changed into close of phrase. Part of a speech might be changed. So all these changes might happen in IELTS reading. At the end of this video, I would like to thank you. And I would like to invite you to subscribe in our YouTube channel. Thank you.